It has been a minute since I've actually posted any type of videos with my face in it. I feel like you guys haven't seen my face in a minute. I mean, I have posted a couple of videos in the past, especially hair videos that showed my face, but most of my food videos or inspirational type of thing, I haven't really posted my face. So hope you guys are all doing well. If you guys ever voted on the poll that I think I posted like a month ago, it was talking about a couple of video ideas that I was thinking about doing, and then I posted another community post a couple weeks ago stating how sorry for the slow uploads, but on the 19th I will be finally working on all the projects that I've had lined up for me to work on. So this is one of them. If you're new here, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help the channel, especially if trying to reach out to as many people as I can. I feel like when it comes to being on a journey, whatever it is, just wellness in general, we need a team, right? A community is always helpful so we can uplift each other through every obstacle and every barrier that we may go through. As many people as you can get a part of the team would be awesome. But alrighty, I'm like super nervous, so I'm not gonna like lollygag and blah 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 anymore longer. Let's just go ahead and get into this. So before we actually start off, I want you guys to meet my new friend, Smokey. She is a Netherlands dwarf rabbit, and she is the cutest thing ever. Say hi. Isn't she cute? You're such a cute little bunny. Yes, you are. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna put it down now. You know, bunnies don't like to be held very long, so I'm just let me go ahead and put you down. Alrighty, so the first thing that we're actually going to go ahead and get into, giving yourself realistic and short-term goals, which will help you meet your long-term goals. A lot of times when people are going on a healthy lifestyle, most of the time it's because of weight loss, right? We always want to lose a couple of pounds, especially us women, whether it be 10 pounds, 15, 20, 30, or just for the holidays or just for an event or for our birthday, whatever the reason may be, most of the time it's for weight loss. So I'm just going to use that as an example. When we are trying to lose weight, a lot of the times we will give ourselves such a high goal, which is great. You always want to create a goal that requires you to have high expectations for yourself, which means that you're going to work harder. You may give yourself an unrealistic time frame for you to obtain that goal. For instance, if I were to say I want to lose 20 pounds before my birthday, which is in December, it's October. That means I am telling myself that I need to lose 20 pounds in less than 2 months. Is it possible? Sure. Is it realistic for me? No. And the reason being is because me as a person, I get very overwhelmed very easily, especially when it comes to eating. Eating has been a problem of mine. I've never really had a good relationship with food. When I stress, I eat. When I'm happy, I eat. When I'm tired, I eat. I did have a very bad relationship with food. So to prevent myself from going back into those bad habits, I have to remove those triggers. And that is putting myself in a stressful environment. Telling myself to lose 20 pounds in December is possible for me because I've had lost 20 pounds in 2 months before, but it was a very stressful kind of journey for me. So I wouldn't do that for myself. If I want to lose 20 pounds, but I say I want to lose 20 pounds sometime next year in January or February, that is realistic for me. So that would be a goal that I would put for myself. Short-term goals though, to get to that long-term goal, which is the 20 pounds, I would say I want to lose 5 pounds in the next 2 weeks. That is obtainable, right? Or less than that. I'll just say, maybe 2 or 3 pounds. I can do that. I'll meal prep, make sure I stay away from unhealthy snacks. Those are things I do on a regular basis already. So point blank, make sure that if you are setting yourself any long-term goals, try to put short-term goals in front of you as well, especially if they're realistic, because that means that you're able to stick with it and you won't get easily overwhelmed or stressed out because you're so busy trying to meet those goals, you're forgetting about your mental health, which your mental health for me is first and foremost before physical health, but that's just another topic overall. So that's just one of the tips that I wanted to mention about staying motivated. Next tip, understanding your success is different from others. It's awesome that we have a lot of influencers, different influencers on social media when it comes to makeup artists or just being artists in general, or health coaches or athletes. We have so many people out there who are constantly influencing people and they're inspirations to all of us. I can honestly say I've had a lot of people in my life that has influenced me to be a better person, such as Rachel Oss, Downshiftology, Kayla Chandler. Those are just three people I could just name on the top of my head that kind of gave me that oomph to say, wow, look how they're doing it. Now, this is what I would like to do. I would like to reach out to people and help people lose weight and be a better version of themselves, whether it is to lose weight or just to be healthy in general, or to just be mentally clear and just overall wellness. That's what I want, right? I love seeing people win and seeing people feel positive and be happy about themselves. But what could happen is that a lot of us people who are first starting off, we tend to look at those people and say, I want to be just like that. I want my body to look just like that, or I want to be just like them. The thing is, though, is that we are all different. I am a different individual compared to you. So once, for me personally, I want to get a lot of muscle definition, right? That is my goal now. When I was first losing weight, it was just about losing weight. But now I really just want to gain a lot of muscle definition. I want to be the one deadlifting, like 200 or whatnot, like that's what I want, right? But I can't look at someone who is already at that point where I want to be at and say, okay, this is how my life is, this is how my body's going to look. I want to look just like them. Look, they did it in a matter of 6 months or a year. That's how I'm going to be. Again, that's not realistic for me, especially with me getting so easily overwhelmed. I may have to take it out at a slower pace compared to most people, and that is completely fine. But when you start comparing your success to other people, like, oh wow, they lost 20 pounds in this amount of time, or this person lost 5 pounds in a week, and you're not doing that, it can put you down. It can kind of make your progress stagger, because now you're not motivated anymore, because you no longer see your progress matching the people that you find so inspiring. I think it's awesome that we are all different because we get to learn from each other. Imagine if everyone was the same, there would be nothing to learn. So to be able to go through a journey and be inspired from someone else, and you try to do the same thing, but you go through it through a different process, you are your own inspiring beacon of light for other people that you don't even realize that you're reaching out to. So let that be a part of your motivation, to not necessarily say to yourself that your success has to be the same as someone that you idolize so much. But the fact is that you are striving for a goal and you're progressing towards your goal and you are making successful points, whether it's fast or slow. So that's one of the tips I wanted to mention. I think it's a very crucial one. Next tip, holding yourself accountable. Now, this is a biggie, especially for me. As I stated previously, I have a little bit of a difficulty when it comes to a balanced food relationship. So from time to time, I have to hold myself accountable. I have to place things so I'm not tempted to eat the snacks that are in the cupboards when I know I shouldn't be, because I should be in a calorie deficit, or I'm on a sugar detox, or whatever the case it may be. Luckily, I am blessed enough to be married to a very supportive husband. So from time to time, if he noticed that I have been snacking throughout the day a little more than I should have, he would look at me and say, babe, did you put that inside your app to make sure you're not overeating on your calories? Now, I would get so embarrassed and I'll just be like, you right. Like, I know that I didn't put that inside my phone. I just said, well, if I'm not tracking the calories, it's out of sight, out of mind. The calories don't exist if I didn't put it on my phone, but that's just not how it works. So holding yourself accountable is definitely a big one. Telling yourself whether if this is worth it. If you, for instance, are in a calorie deficit and you notice that you're snacking a little too much throughout the day, how do you hold yourself accountable? For me, for instance, my husband is at work most of the time. So obviously I don't have anyone here telling me no, 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 shame, shame, shame. So I have an app. I'll put everything that I'll eat, I will put in an app. Some people may say this is a little bit stressful, but it really just all depends on what works for you. Me seeing the numbers and tracking my progress helps me keep myself accountable. So if I was snacking a couple times out the day and I put that on my phone, by the end of the day I would look at it and I would say, that's a little too high on calories. I'm a little over. So I would probably just have a really light dinner, or, I would try to do maybe like a 12-hour fast, something basic. I'm not going to, kick myself or whatnot, because we all make mistakes. We all give into temptation every once in a while. Everybody is different, and that's fine. But that is just one of the things that I do to hold myself accountable. Next tip that I want to mention is to do not allow people's praise to be your fuel. Not a lot of people have a lot of people in their lives that will support them throughout their wellness journey. Matter of fact, a lot of people that love us and that care about us sometimes will stunt our progress and our growth. For instance, going to a family cookout. Everybody's sitting there eating on their macaroni and cheese, their barbecue ribs, their hamburgers, and everything. And you're just sitting here like, okay, I know everybody knows that I'm trying to lose weight right now, but now I have a stack full of heavy carb loaded, heavy fat loaded plate in front of me right now. And I'm just thinking to myself, this looks so good. It sucks. Me, for instance, my group circle of support is very small, it's very limited, so I have to become my own self-praise. The reason why I say this is a very important topic is because a lot of the times we will only keep going as long as someone is there to give us a pat on the back. What if there's no one there? What if your gym partner just decides not to go to the gym today? What are you going to do? Are you just going to say to yourself, I'm not going to go to the gym because they're not going to the gym? Or if your household is eating healthy with you, but then one night, because they don't value the healthy eating as much as you do, they all decide to have a dinner night for pizza. Are you going to indulge in some pizza because they're indulging in pizza and they're not eating, the salad and chicken with you? So you can't allow people's praise to be the only thing that fuels you. You have to find your own fuel. This does tie in with the last tip that I was going to mention, but I'm just going to go ahead and tie it in together here. We based our motivation on external factors, such as family members, people who inspire us. But what if the family members stop supporting you? What if your friends stop going to the gym with you? What if your spouse stops buying healthy food and just eats whatever now? What if the person who inspired you for such a long time just stopped posting on social media? What are you going to do? You can't stop living your life and becoming your best version of you because your external factors of motivation are no longer there. You have to find something internally that keeps you going. For me, I have PCOS. I haven't had any major symptoms. I think in about 6 or 7 months I have any major symptoms, which is a total big deal for me because when I was first diagnosed with it, I was devastated. I said to myself, first of all, what is that? Second of all, you're telling me that's going to be hard for me to have children? And having a big family has always been one of my dreams. I come from a big family, so it's kind of like in my back of the mind that that's what's supposed to happen, and I truly do want that. So being told that kind of, put me at a back burner. When I was doing a lot of research, which unfortunately there really isn't a lot of research on PCOS except that losing weight actually helps, but then there's some studies that says that losing weight doesn't help. So after doing some research in general and just knowing how I am as a person, I know that being healthy is the way to go about it, regardless of body type. Since last year, I have gained about 15 pounds, but I am way more stronger and I eat way more healthier than I've ever done before. My relationship with food has become a lot better than what it did last year. So again, those type of factors for me, those are my internal factors. For me to say to myself that I want to be able to have a big family, I want to be able to live a long life. I love working out and seeing the muscle definition. At one point, I didn't have any kneecaps. Now I got kneecaps. You can see my kneecaps now. At one point, I didn't have any elbows. You can see my elbows now. At one point, I had a double chin. You can't see any chin anymore. So it's those things that keep me going. So regardless if anyone is there to work out with me, regardless if anyone is there to cook with me, regardless if the people who have inspired me to even start on this journey in the first place stopped posting on social media, that will not stop me, because the internal factors for me is to be able to live a life PCOS symptom free, to be able to have healthy babies, live a long life, and to see myself grow, especially on the outside, because like I said before, I really want a lot of high muscle definition, and that's what just fuels me. So regardless if anyone is there to hold me accountable or to motivate me or to give me a pat on the back or tell me I'm doing a good job, I know I'm doing a good job, because I'm seeing the progress for what I find a priority, and that is taking care of myself overall, not just correcting my body image to meet the social standards of what social media puts out there. So that was probably a lot to ingest, but that is just how I personally feel when it comes to motivation. Last tip, I know that the one I just got done giving was a lot to ingest, but my last one that I wanted to go ahead and give you guys is to celebrate the progress, not the status. So a lot of times we would tell ourselves, this is what we're going to do, and this is what's going to happen. But as soon as we don't meet that, we beat ourselves up for it. But what we don't think about all the time is, wait a minute, for those past 2 weeks that you were trying to meet that goal, you were waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, working out, making protein shakes, meal prepping, meditating, doing yoga. You were doing all these things. Yeah, you might not have met that specific weight goal that you had for yourself, but look what you did. You did all those things. That's progress, because you weren't doing that before. You go on a vacation. You lost 10 pounds, right? You go into a vacation, you gain 5 pounds. Granted, you might have been at the bars, you might have been snacking, but in that time period, you were going to the gym. On vacation, you were still going to the gym. You gained 5 pounds when you came back, but you were still going to the gym. So that means that you have already implemented a very healthy habit into your lifestyle that was not there before. That is progress, because now you already have that figured out. Maybe exercising was a problem for you in the past, but now it no longer is, because now you're able to go on vacation and still practice that healthy habit. So now that you have already made that progress, that is worth celebrating that you did that. So now the next step is going to be easier, and that is being able to control your eating habits when you're out and about socializing or taking some some relaxing time and whatnot. But we should celebrate that though, right? We should celebrate the fact that you have put in a healthy habit into your lifestyle that wasn't there before. You may be someone that drinks a lot of soda and not really a lot of water. You tell yourself, okay, for a week I'm not going to drink any soda. That obviously doesn't happen, because you like drinking soda, right? That is your thing. So you drunk a couple of sodas in the week, granted. But you drunk 64 ounces of water when you used to drink only 16 ounces of water. That's a big deal. That is worth celebrating, because at one point you weren't even drinking barely any water, but now you're drinking water. So now the next week it's only going to get easier, because now you have found a less of a reason to consume soda, because now you are quenching your thirst with water. So that is just something that I want to end this video with, is to make sure that you are congratulating yourself for the progress that you made, not necessarily the status. Because tying it all together, every single one of us as individuals, we are all different. We all handle things at a different pace. We all like doing things a different way. We all like having different priorities, and we all have different values. We have different people who inspire us. So when you are going on a journey, whether it's mental health or physical health, you should always congratulate yourself for any progress that you made, because you have to remember, in the beginning, that was your base. That was the lowest of the low that you could have ever been at. Making progress means that you are moving forward, that you are going up, not down. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys were able to grasp a hold of the tips and ideas that I have. That has been something that's been dwelling on me for a while. It's been in my notes for a minute to actually do this video, just never gotten a chance to do it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any videos or any recommendations of me for me to talk about, topics for me to talk about, please go ahead and comment those down below. And again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. It does help my channel, and I love to be able to reach out to people more and to be able to continuously post these videos for you. Go ahead and share these videos with others as well, who you feel like that may need an inspirational boost or some quick motivation tips and whatnot. But alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!